So today, other interesting cultural news, you have Anheuser-Busch Bud Light farm tweet falls mostly flatter than their beer. Now, this comes to us specifically because of the Anheuser-Busch X Twitter profile, and they say, quote, "Our biggest beers start on local U.S. farms. When you choose Budweiser USA, Busch Beer, Michelob Ultra, and Bud Light, you hashtag choose beer grown here. Proud to lead the industry by bringing the first U.S. farm certified brands to shelves across the country. Hashtag farmland," unquote. And they have a picture of, the Bud Light can, the Budweiser can, and the Busch Light can. And he actually got, I don't want to say it's fall flat on his face, but it did. It only got 4 comments, which, not to brag, but even my videos a couple weeks ago, I got one with 6 comments. Now, granted, for me, it's all about quality over quantity, the exact opposite of the methodology or the formulation of Bud Light in general. Then it's all about as much product as possible. Quality, it technically, exists as legally beer. But again, a couple of things it's not very compelling. It seems like they made up their own, I don't know, maybe this is a long-standing certification for U.S. farm certified. And it is a golden-looking little emblem, so I guess it gets your attention. But again, this isn't a unique value add of the company when you consider most of the overwhelming benefits of the few things made in the USA. Usually there are things that are usually prohibitively regulated or heavy, hard to transport, and that's why a lot of vehicles and liquids are made here. AKA liquids, like beer, vodka. There's a lot of things that are made in the US in part because it's actually just cheaper to make it here. It's easier to make it here. Now, saying that, they buy all this, they're supporting U.S. farms, I mean, that's pretty much a majority of companies who actually just make or sell food in the United States. They're going to be doing that no matter what. Don't get me wrong, it's still good that the farmers are, being supported, and obviously that's a good thing, but it's not a very unique thing. Because again, their competition does this. They're all buying wheats, oats, barley, apparently rice, which Budweiser actually bragged about making rice beer. I thought that was a pejorative joke for decades. I didn't think they actually did that. Another topic for another time, perhaps. And again, this really doesn't tell me anything except they got a little certification, which average person probably won't care about. It really isn't a compelling reason to buy the product. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the 4 comments are so overwhelmingly positive in response. They think this is, it's inspirational, it's brilliant. They go out and they're going to buy cases of Bud Light. I mean, probably not, but let's dive in and find out. Now, the first comment comes from Maggie Malo Turf Agent number 93292, Canadian flag, U.S. flag. And then a flag I don't know. I'm actually not sure who it is. Now, Maggie Malo says, quote, "Still not buying it. My best to Dylan and Alyssa," unquote. Hashtag let women speak. They got 3 likes. Ryan Tree50 says simply, "You're not a U.S. company," unquote, getting 6 likes, which is controversy in and of itself, or debate in and of itself. What is a U.S. company? Because again, they used to be headquartered famously in St. Louis. It used to be family owned way back in the day. However, they are now part of a global company called Anheuser-Busch InBev, which owns 40 plus beer brands. Now, they also still have U.S. employees. They make the product here. They pay salaries here. They pay U.S. taxes. But they are publicly traded. Now the profits will go overseas. They have a parent company. So would you actually, a little question here, would you consider them still an American company? Is Honda an American company? They're headquartered famously, of course, in Japan, but they have a U.S. headquarters. They manufacture many of the vehicles here, and the vehicles are darn near bulletproof. Same with Toyota. They have their headquarters globally in Japan, but they have their North American headquarters in the great country, or some might say the state of Texas, or more accurately, Texas. And they employ hundreds of thousands of Americans. They manufacture vehicles here. So on that quick ADHD observation or note, do you consider Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch InBev to be an American company given all the circumstances? And again, this is from the specific Anheuser-Busch account on X Twitter. Now, other comments, now granted this thing's going to take too long, there's like 4. Going down, I have to click show more replies because one comes from CM and is simply a pride-themed Bud Light can, and it says celebrate everyone's identity, and it has the pronouns he, him, they, he, him, he, they, and let's see if I could pull up the whole thing. She, they, she, her, and they, them, and I think that's Zer. The can wraps, or the text wraps around the can, so you can't read it at all. And then it does have the the rainbow on it, and that got 1 like. And then Vanny Mulaney replies saying, quote, "You have to drink this water through a straw now, FYI." Which, I mean, you could debate this so watered down it's basically water. I suppose that's what they're going for. But in terms of the cultural shift, I mean, this boycott is not letting up. Again, I still believe they probably get maybe 8 to 13% of their sales back that they lost if the CEO, Brendan Whitworth, former CIA operative, were just come out and say, hey, we made a major mistake. We're sorry we tried to sell beer to kids by hiring a brand ambassador whose average audience is 15 years old and is a controversy in and of itself because, again, even the trans community, Dylan Mulvaney did not get the surgery that some of them believe is a requirement to fully transition. So a controversial person, even within that particular cultural part of the United States or globe, whatever you want, whatever this cultural lexicon falls into. But yeah, I can't but think we're not going to see these ratios go down anytime soon. And they only got 89 likes, which, again, let's do a little bit of fun math here. Truth be told, public schools have an all-time low for pretty much every test scores. The ACT scores at a 32-year low. And yet the teachers union say they deserve more money for reasons. Now, we're going to do a little bit of fun math here today. And sadly enough, actually provide more value than some, not all, some public schools in the United States. She had 89 people who saw this liked it out of 20,500. So you're at 89 divided by 2,500. That gives us 0.0043. Now we're going to turn it into a percentage by multiplying it by 100. I'll even use a calculator for it, even if you just move the decimal place. Spoiler alert. That gives us 0.434. Or if you feel so inclined, we could round. Traditionally, if it's under 5 or 5, sometimes you round up. That's controversy in and of itself. So 0.434. We'll round down. 0.4 people who saw this liked it. Also known as terrible. The people who liked 20,000 people, they couldn't even take the 1,000th of a second to like this post. Perhaps because there's not much to like about it. Because again, it's just telling us, oh yeah, they support U.S. farmers. Like pretty much every food and beverage company that operates in the U.S. So maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Do you think this is so compelling? You're going to go out and buy cases of Bud Light and celebrate with your friends because now it has a seal, a little sticker that says American Farmland and Trust U.S. Farm Certified. I mean, I don't think it'll affect their sales by 1%, but let me know in the comments. It'll be fascinating to hear, as always, what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Also, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.